Hey, okay, it's Joe Doddridge here. I'm going to use ChatGPT to create a whole unit for Algebra 2. So let's see what's going to happen here. We're going to look at rational functions. So let's say create a 5-lesson unit for Algebra 2 rational functions. Let's just see what ChatGPT comes up with, and then we will go from there. Okay, lesson 1, introduction, asymptotes, simplifying them, okay, graphing them. Okay, lots of good stuff here. Oh, advanced topics in rational functions. That could get kind of fun. Probably some things there that might be a little beyond most Algebra 2 classes, but that's okay. Okay, so take lesson 1 and write a, let's outline a complete, let's say 45-minute lesson. Maybe it's block schedule, and we want to teach for 45 minutes. Okay, so we're going to introduction, greet students and introduce the topic of the day. We're going to define them. We're going to have examples. Why don't you give me some examples, ChatGPT? Discuss, give examples, and conclusion. Okay, let's work on this lesson a little bit with ChatGPT. For the areas that you say give examples, can you provide the examples? There should be a question mark there. Oh, okay, here we go. Part 2's examples. Okay. Oh, here we go. One of the negatives with math and ChatGPT is you have to be able to interpret the writing a little bit there. If you've used much equation editor, maybe an equation editor with Word or use latex coding or anything like that, it should be pretty familiar. Okay, so that's helpful. How about adding a warm-up problem to start the lesson that ties old knowledge into what they will need to do in this unit. Ooh, let's see what it can come up with that. Oh, great idea. Well, thank you, ChatGPT. Simplify an expression, divide by 2. Oh, okay, so that's just divide a polynomial by 2x. I like that. How about another? Let's keep it going here. Here's another warm-up problem. Okay, find the domain. It's very useful. That's a skill students are going to need to have in a rational functions unit. So I like that. Okay, let's move on with this lesson. Let's create a 15-question assignment based on this lesson. Oh my goodness, I can't type. And let's see what ChatGPT is going to come up with for a 15-question assignment. Okay. First of all, starting out with some things that we don't normally do. May be sad to say in most math assignments. Ooh, a lot of this is understanding. I guess this first lesson was mainly about concepts and so on. So there's not as much computation here, and that's probably not a bad thing. However, I don't like all the open-ended responses. I'm not sure that all the students are going to do that or do it well, and I certainly don't want to grade it. Can you create... let's say this. Can you change the assignment so that it is less open response? So let's see if ChatGPT knows what I'm talking about here. Oh, modify version. Okay. Oh, a yes or no question. Identify the numerator, denominator, degree. I like that. Find the domain, range. Okay, some of those we saw. Identify the vertical asymptotes. Okay, I like all of this. However, I think that this might be an assignment for the entire unit, right? I'm not sure that all of these things were taught in lesson 1. So let's ask, are those questions just for lesson 1 or the entire unit? Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Here are some questions more specific to lesson one. Some of them are. Okay. Can you, let's knock it down to 10. Just create an assignment on lesson one. Okay. All right. So I'm liking this better. So let's let this go out a little bit and let's work on this assignment just a little bit more. So here we go. We're asymptotes in lesson one. I'm not quite so sure. Maybe they were. Let's go all the way back up to where it gave us our lessons. It's supposed to be domain, range, rational functions. I'm looking for the word asymptote in here. I don't see it in there, so I'm not sure if that's right. Let's go back up to where it first gave us the 5 lessons. Yeah, asymptotes aren't until lesson 2, so I'm going to tell it that. I'm going to say, I thought asymptotes are not until lesson 2. Let's see what it says there. Oh, I apologize for the mistake. Yeah, okay, so now it's going to change. So ChatGPT does a wonderful job of generating things. However, it's not always careful. And I find that a lot with ChatGPT, that it will maybe forget some of the parameters or not always apply some of its previous work to the new work. So just be really careful about that. Let's do just a couple more things with this assignment. Can you add 2 questions based on the real world? And let's just see what it can come up with here. Widget one, okay. What's the revenue? Okay. So it's just a plug-in thing, really. Yeah, so really just plugging numbers into both of those equations. So, but what it does is it puts a real life scenario into a rational function, so that students can see, at least see it work, even though it's not really super deep in terms of level of knowledge and such. Okay, one more thing I want to do with this. I don't know about where you are, but where I teach, group work is all the rage, and it has a lot of benefit as well. So can you add a part to lesson 1 that requires students to work in groups? And let's see what it comes up with here. Here's an activity that can be added to lesson 1. Divide class groups of 3 or 4 students, no problem. Give them a rational function written in different forms and ask each group to identify the numerator, denominator. Okay, I'm not sure about numerator, denominator. Domain, range, graph. How does each group present their findings to the class? Explaining, compare, and discuss. Okay, so probably not going to win any awards, but it's a group activity, and it has the students do things. Perhaps you would find a way to make sure that each student is doing something in that, but there you go. So just kind of a little bit of an introduction to how we might use ChatGPT to help write lessons. Is that going to be quicker than writing your own lessons? I don't know. There's a lot here to process and a lot to think about. One thing that I do like is I do like some of these questions like this that are more open-ended, even though I asked it to not give me all open-ended questions. But, some things that maybe we don't always ask our students. And that's probably a pretty good thing to do. So there you go. There's a little bit more of a look at ChatGPT and how we might write a math lesson or maybe even an entire math unit with it. Thanks.